Welcome friends to Stuff Station 1, the channel for detailed watch and accessory reviews. Items are showcased for their aesthetics, materials, manufacturing or downright quirkiness. So if you have 10 minutes or so, kick back, relax and enjoy. Now the focus of today's video is really why Seiko is loved so much. Now as a brand, it has been in operation since 1881. So there's a considerable amount of knowledge within Seiko. It has considerable amount of experience, expertise. It's made mistakes along the way, which it has learned from and rectified to actually launch products that are really sort of at the forefront of a range of different technologies and movements. Now, the manufacturing of Seiko watches is all in-house, everything, right the way from bracelets to dials to crystals to movements, all done in-house. And that's fantastic because it can keep all of that information in-house. It doesn't share the information, so there's less chance of leaks getting out. But what it will do is it will sell its movements to other smaller companies such as micro brands, and it results in a fully integrated manufacturing sort of powerhouse really that's pushing watch innovation. Now if we think about it, Seiko was the company to actually almost decimate the Swiss watch industry back in the 70s with the launch and the development of the quartz battery operated watch movement, and since then it's gone on to develop kinetic movements, high beat movements. It didn't come up with the high beat movement, but it really pushed the development of the high beat movement. And in recent years, it sort of incubated the idea for the spring drive movement, and it slowly sort of developed that for 20-30 years, which resulted in the range of Grand Seiko spring drive watches. Now, the other thing that I love about Seiko is its use of materials. So more often than not, it will use stainless steel, and that's fantastic for vintage pieces if you want to pick those up, because they have a very low level of corrosion. So obviously stainless steel has that really good anti-corrosion resistance. Now, the other thing that I like about Seiko is it has a very wide service and sales network across many different continents. And Seiko is actually quite unique in the sense that it manufactures watches that are aimed at so many different stratas of the population. So it has it has watches within the lower tier, so making 100,000 units a year. You then have the middle tier, which may well produce watches in 1,000, 10,000, so items like the Presage or the Seiko 5 range. Then you have the slightly higher end, which is the Grand Seiko, and they'll probably make just several thousand of those particular pieces a year. And then you go right up to the unique pieces like the Creedle, where there may well just be a one-off piece or several hundred pieces. Now, within the Seiko lineup and ranges, there's also sort of subcultures that spawn off of it. So for example, the divers range of watches, you've got the SKX, you've got the Monsters, you've got the Marine Masters, the Samurais. Okay, so you have a whole subculture within the sort of the Seiko DNA. What I also love about it is its championing of Japanese artisans. So you've got artisans that are extremely gifted when it comes to enamel, lacquer work, and you have artists that really have honed their skills on micro engineering. So to conclude, I feel that Seiko, it really sort of transcends sort of people, culture, class. There's something for everyone. It's a very honest watch. They're robust, they're affordable, it has considerable history and lineage, and to me it is like the sort of the gateway watch into sort of higher end pieces. And really it's a brand that, well, one of the brands that brought me into horology. So if you've enjoyed this video, then please consider subscribing, liking or sharing, and leaving any comments you may have by pressing some of the buttons below. So many thanks and goodbye for now.